What if the biggest mistake raising your blood sugar isn't the coffee you're drinking, but the way you're drinking it every single morning? Thousands of older adults work hard to eat healthier, yet their morning glucose numbers still refuse to improve the way they hoped. If you've ever wondered why your A1C keeps creeping upward, your energy disappears too quickly, or your mornings feel harder than they used to, you're not alone. The surprising part is that many people blame their coffee, while the real problem may be hiding in a habit they've repeated for years. And once you see this habit, it's difficult to unsee because it feels completely normal. Today, you'll discover 5 common coffee mistakes that may quietly influence blood sugar and simple changes that are much easier than giving up coffee itself. One mistake happens before most people even finish their first cup. Another is hiding inside products that many shoppers actually believe are the healthier option. And the final lesson brings every one of these mistakes together into one simple morning routine you can actually remember. So before you decide coffee is the enemy, let's uncover what's really happening. Here's something that surprises many researchers studying healthy aging and metabolism. 2 people can drink nearly identical coffee every morning for years and still experience very different blood sugar patterns. At first glance, that doesn't make much sense. If the coffee is almost identical, what explains the difference? The answer isn't hidden in the coffee beans themselves. It's hidden in the routine surrounding every cup, the timing, the ingredients, the breakfast that follows, and even what happened the night before. That's why copying someone else's coffee habits doesn't always produce the same results for your own body. And that's also why searching for the healthiest coffee often misses the bigger picture completely. The very first mistake surprises many people because it happens so quickly after waking that they rarely stop to question it. In the next section, you'll discover why, for some older adults, changing when they drink coffee may matter more than changing which coffee they drink. Let's reveal the first mistake because it happens so quickly that most people never realize they're doing it. For many older adults, the coffee maker is the very first stop after getting out of bed. It feels comforting, familiar, and completely harmless, which is exactly why this habit is so easy to overlook. But here's what surprises many people. Before you take that first sip, your body is already hard at work. As you wake up, natural hormones begin preparing your body for the day, almost like a sunrise, slowly brightening the sky. For some people, adding caffeine during this natural transition may influence blood sugar differently than drinking that same coffee a little later. That's why one person may feel perfectly fine while another notices higher morning glucose or a quick burst of energy followed by a crash. The coffee didn't suddenly change overnight. Your body's response may have changed over time, and that's the first aha moment. Sometimes the clock beside your coffee mug matters more than the coffee inside it. Many people spend years searching for a healthier coffee blend, when a small adjustment in timing may deserve attention first. So what might a smarter morning look like? Instead of making coffee your very first step, give your body a few quiet moments to fully wake before reaching for that familiar cup. If it fits your personal health needs, enjoying coffee with or after a balanced breakfast may create a steadier start than drinking it on an empty stomach. Imagine 2 mornings, one with only coffee and another with coffee alongside eggs, oatmeal, or plain Greek yogurt with berries. That small difference may help you feel satisfied longer instead of searching for a snack before the morning is over. The goal isn't following a strict rule, it's discovering which routine helps your own body feel its best. Try paying attention to your energy, hunger, or glucose readings after making one small change consistently for a week or two. You may discover that the simplest habits are often the easiest ones to maintain because they don't feel like a sacrifice. But even perfect timing can't protect you from the second mistake because it may already be hiding inside the very products people buy to make coffee healthier. And what you'll discover next might completely change the way you look at your favorite creamer, flavored coffee, or bottled coffee drink. Now let's uncover the second mistake because it often hides in plain sight without looking unhealthy at all. Most people blame the sugar they stir into their coffee, but that's rarely where the biggest surprise begins. Instead, it often starts with products that promise richer flavor, smoother texture, or a better for you coffee experience. Flavored creamers, sweetened instant mixes, and bottled coffee drinks can quietly add more sugar than many people realize. The surprising part is that some of these products don't even taste especially sweet, making them easy to use every single morning. That's the real aha moment. The sweetest part of your coffee may be the ingredient you barely notice. So, how do you avoid this mistake without giving up convenience? Don't let the front of the package make the decision for you. It was designed to catch your attention, not explain the whole story. Instead, turn the package around and look for one small line: added sugars. That single line often reveals what colorful words like natural, protein, light, or energy blend never will. It only takes a few seconds, but that small habit can completely change the products you bring home. Sometimes the healthiest choice isn't the one with the most attractive packaging, it's the one with the most honest nutrition label. But hidden sugars aren't the only surprise waiting for coffee drinkers. Here's a question many people never ask. Could today's last cup of coffee still be affecting tomorrow morning? For some older adults, caffeine stays in the body longer than it did years ago, even when it doesn't feel that way. You might fall asleep without much trouble, yet your sleep quality may not be as restful as you think. Think of sleep like charging your phone overnight. If the battery never reaches a full charge, it won't perform at its best the next day. In a similar way, poor sleep has been associated with less favorable blood sugar regulation, making the next morning feel harder before it even begins. That's why, for some people, simply enjoying their final cup a little earlier may support both better sleep and a steadier start to the following day. But even better timing and smarter coffee choices can be undone by one breakfast habit that catches millions of older adults every single morning. The fourth mistake isn't hidden in your coffee cup at all. It's what many people leave off the breakfast table. Have you ever told yourself, "I'll just have coffee now and eat something later"? That decision may feel harmless in the moment, but a few hours later, your body often tells a different story. Instead of steady energy, you may notice stronger hunger, fading concentration, or cravings that seem to arrive out of nowhere. Many people blame a lack of self-control, when the real trigger may have started with that rushed morning routine. Coffee was never designed to replace breakfast. It works much better when it's part of a balanced meal. Even a simple breakfast with protein, fiber, and healthy fats can help create a steadier start than coffee alone. Think of breakfast as the foundation and coffee as the finishing touch. The finishing touch can't support the entire house by itself. That's why one small improvement at breakfast can quietly influence the food choices you make for the rest of the day. But even if you've improved your morning meal, one final mistake can still follow you all the way to the grocery store, and this last mistake is especially clever because it's designed to convince you before you've even read a single nutrition fact. Imagine standing in front of two coffee creamers. One says natural energy, while the other has a much simpler package. Most people instinctively trust the first one because attractive words create the feeling of a healthier choice. That's exactly why food marketing works so well. It speaks to quick decisions, not careful ones. Before believing the promises on the front, flip the package over and check the serving size first. A serving can be much smaller than what people actually pour into their coffee, making the nutrition numbers seem better than they really are. Once you understand the serving size, the rest of the label suddenly becomes much easier to judge accurately. That's the final aha moment. The healthiest looking coffee product isn't always the healthiest one in your kitchen. Looking back, every mistake we've uncovered shared the same hidden pattern. The problem was rarely the coffee itself, but the habits surrounding it. In the final section, I'll show you how all 5 lessons come together in one surprisingly simple morning routine that you can start as soon as tomorrow. Now let's put everything together, because none of these 5 mistakes matter unless they become one simple routine you can actually follow. Imagine waking up tomorrow without wondering whether coffee is helping or hurting your blood sugar. You'll already know the answer begins with your habits. Instead of rushing straight to the coffee maker, allow yourself a few quiet moments to wake naturally. Starting with a glass of water can be a gentle way to prepare your body before your first cup of coffee. If it fits your personal health needs, enjoy a balanced breakfast with protein, fiber, and healthy fats before or alongside your coffee. The goal isn't to make breakfast perfect, it's to make sure coffee supports your morning instead of replacing the nourishment your body needs. As you prepare your coffee, make one small habit automatic. Take a quick look at the ingredients and nutrition label before buying new products. And if you notice afternoon coffee affecting your sleep, experiment with enjoying your last cup a little earlier and observe how your body responds. Here's something encouraging that many people overlook. None of these changes are difficult on their own. Yet when they're combined, they create a morning routine that works together instead of one healthy habit trying to compensate for another. Think about where we started, with the fear that coffee itself might be raising blood sugar. Now you can see the bigger picture. The coffee was rarely the entire story. The routine surrounding it was the missing piece. That means tomorrow morning doesn't require a brand new lifestyle. It may only require one better decision than you made today. One person may start by changing their coffee timing, while another may replace a sugary creamer or stop skipping breakfast. Those changes may seem small at first, but repeated morning after morning, they can become habits that no longer require extra effort. That's the real secret behind lasting healthy routines. They're simple enough to continue even on busy mornings. So instead of asking, should I quit drinking coffee? Try asking, how can I make tomorrow's cup a little smarter than today's? Sometimes the biggest improvement in health doesn't begin with a new medicine or an expensive supplement. It begins with seeing an everyday habit differently. If you remember only one lesson from today's video, let it be this. Changing the routine around your coffee may matter more than changing your coffee itself. Which of these 5 coffee mistakes surprised you the most? And which one will you change tomorrow morning? Share your answer in the comments, and if you found this helpful, subscribe for more simple, evidence-based healthy aging videos.